Hey, welcome back to the Big Rancho. As always, thank you for joining me. If you could, hit that subscribe button down below and let's get right to it. Now, I wasn't even going to do a video today, but then I came across something that I felt like I had to talk about. And that is the new Gillette, the razor company, the Gillette ad over toxic masculinity, as some refer to it as. The name of the video is, or their ad, they're calling it We Believe the Best a Man Can Be. Now you've got people all up in arms, all the way from Joe Rogan all the way to Fox News, talking about how this is a terrible thing. It's a terrible commercial. It shouldn't be happening. That men just aren't allowed to be men anymore. But to me, if that is what you come across, if that's your first instinct, your first thought when you see that video or the ad, is maybe then you are part of the problem. Maybe you're not seeing the bigger picture. Maybe you're not actually listening to the ad. Now, I agree that there are points where boys will be boys and men will be men and this and that, right? And I admit, as a guy, there are things we do that guys just do. But there are some things that boys and men do that we shouldn't. Catcalling every woman we see walking down the street? No, that's not reasonable. Bullying people just because they're weaker than you is not acceptable. Beating people up because you're stronger than them is not acceptable. Sexual assault is not acceptable. And it is a very large problem in this country. I think Gillette gets it. Now, in the end, we all know it's all about it's all about trying to make money. In the end, that's all a company's going to be really trying to do. But I think they get it. That it's not just that they're not trying to take away your masculinity. They're not trying to take away your ability to be a man. But there are better ways to be a man. You don't have to be violent to be a man. You don't have to be a sexist pig to be a man. You don't have to be a rapist or a sex abuser of some sort to be a man. But apparently a lot of people out there are all up in arms over this video, thinking it's some terrible thing that it called out men for their bullshit. And I think it's about damn time somebody calls out people that are doing this shit. It's not right. It's terrible. To sit here and see what a lot of women deal with on a daily basis from asshole men, it makes me sick. Now, I didn't know this was such a big issue until a few years ago, when I had a few women via Facebook, Twitter, and even on some of the videos that I had been commenting on, pointed out exactly the lives they have to live, the things they have to deal with, the pain many of them have endured, the torment, the feeling like they're lesser because of how men have treated them. There's a culture out there that tends to think women aren't worthy, that women don't deserve proper treatment, and they're wrong. I don't see the problem with the video. The ad has nothing improper about it. It's trying to break down the stereotypical belief that boys will be boys. I mean, are boys going to be typically more rough than females, especially as kids? Yes. That's been scientifically shown. Not always, but in general. But at the end of the day, Things have to change. We have to change. Men have to become better. And throughout time, we have changed again and again. And people want to sit there and cry about it and say, oh, they're losing their masculinity. Bullshit. Bullshit. Nobody's being forced to not be a man. Because if being a man means picking on somebody weaker than you, or catcalling women as they walk down the street, or grabbing women that don't want you grabbing them, or whatever it may be, then maybe your view of what being a man is terribly skewed. I don't see it as an attack on men. The only men this could be an attack on are those men that are freaking assholes. That think they have the right to do whatever the hell they want just because they're a male. Do I believe this is going to change anybody's mind? No. Do I think some sexist pig out there is going to see this commercial and be like, okay, let's change I'm going to change how I act? No, that ain't going to happen. But I think it's got people talking. I think that was the intent of the entire ad. Is to make people talk about it. And I don't believe people understand that. Anyhow, this has been The Big Ranch Show. I've been your host, Jacob Keck, and I'll see you down the road.